We're really proud of our guys. Really proud of our guys' effort and energy tonight. It was outstanding. And I think a large part of that is our crowd. I mean, what a great crowd again tonight. I thought they just did a great job of giving us the kind of energy that we want to have a home court advantage. They've been great all year long. And like I've said, we'll always give a winning effort, and our fans have got to be a part of that. They're a great six-man, and really, really happy to have them, behind our back.
How big was a performance like this for the guys, just to play well from start to finish, to play with a lead, to build a lead and do it in front of the home crowd? It's been a tough stretch, I know, coming into this, but how big was it for that locker room?
It was huge. I mean, you could just see the weight lifted off of them. I mean, it's tough. This league, I mean, it's really unforgiving. And so if you don't find ways to respond right away, it can snowball quickly. It can go either way for you, good or bad. And, we had a patch that's been a tough patch. I think, whenever I face adversity as a coach or as a player, and I try to explain this to our guys, you have to use it as an opportunity. There's something we can grow from within it. No one likes to lose, and I can't stand it. And my players are, would echo that as far as who I am and who they are. But there's some things we had to learn and we had to go through to become a better team. And I thought that experience, as tough as it was, I think it helped us get better, in a lot of ways. I thought our guys got more connected. They found out how we have to play to be successful. And now we need to carry that going forward. We can't forget those lessons that we learned.
Johnny, how much of it was the plan going into this game to be more physical? You seemed right from the start, you guys attacked in the paint. You really wanted to kind of take advantage of that and on the boards and everything. How much was that kind of the game plan going into this game?
No, that was very important for us this game. We wanted to get back to being who we've been most of the season. You always have to have an identity, and that had been our identity most of the season, and we kind of lost it. We kind of lost, who are we? We became too much of a perimeter-oriented team, too much of a jump-shooting team. And we can knock down shots. As you see, we shot well from three. But that's not who we are. And who we are is like I use the football term, we want to ground and pound. In other words, we want to touch the paint. We want to play inside out with our bigs and play inside out with our perimeter guys. And we got a little bit lost. And it took us some time to kind of find our way.
Coach, someone that might not show up big on the stat sheets, Demarcus Lanford. He played some big defensive minutes tonight. What did you see out of his game, and what gave you the confidence to give him more minutes today?
DeMar gave me the confidence. It always comes from the players. I mean, with me, you earn everything. And so when you see a player out there, it's because they've earned it. And so I thought in practice, especially the last couple of days, we did some things to challenge our guys and put our guys in a little different situations and see who would respond. And I thought he was one of the main guys that responded. He came out and he played the way he practiced the last 2 days. So that's why I had ultimate confidence in putting him in, because I thought he was very productive in the last two practices, and I thought he came out and did the same thing he did in practice in the game today.
This was your guys' third win over a ranked team this season, especially considering that this is your first year in the Big 12. How important is that stat to this program?
It's very important. For us, when you're a new team in a conference, and especially a conference like this, you're trying to establish yourself, and the only way you can establish yourself is to get some wins and to get some quality wins. And I think we're in the process of doing that, and I think that helps us kind of, like I said, gives us solid footing, gives us a solid foundation, and then basically for everybody in the conference and in our community, I think it shows that we belong. You want a sense of belonging when you're in a conference like this, and I think that's what we're trying to establish in year one.
The team went on, I think it was a 20-3 run. They go nearly 9 minutes without giving up a field goal. I know you're a big fan of defense, obviously, but what was your feeling on the bench as that's going on? Did you even realize it's happening, or how do you reflect on that kind of decisive run to put the game away?
Well, I thought it was a really good run. We had been discussing that, how we need to play to be successful, and for us it starts on that end of the floor. And I thought our guys really bought into it. I thought we did a great job. It's probably our best defensive effort, probably since the last time we played Texas Tech. We lost that game, but I thought that effort was good defensively. I thought this one was equally or better, as far as our guys being focused on every possession, following our defensive game plan the way they followed it. There weren't very many lapses where, we lost focus and didn't do what we wanted our guys to do. So it was really good to see our guys, stay locked in like that.
Darius had 16 points, Jalen had 15. While none of them had over 20, they hit some big-time shots. What does it feel like to have two guys who can go in the game and hit a big-time shot whenever it's needed?
You need that. You need that in any conference, and especially this one. You need guys that can step up and make plays and make big shots. And we're confident those young men can do that. They've done it, different times this season for us. And I thought they did it again tonight. I thought a couple of times when we ran sets and we executed, I thought they had some really good looks. They knocked down that gave us some momentum.
It was still obviously a close game at halftime. How big was that? How big of a momentum boost was that with CJ? He snared down that offensive board and was able to bank it off the glass as time expired. How big was that going into the locker room?
That's a great play to end the half. I didn't think we had ended the half as well as I wanted to until that play. That play was a great momentum swinger. It gave us back the momentum going into the locker room with a shot at the buzzer. And then for him, I think it just gave him a big shot in the arm because he's still battling back. I thought it gave him a shot in the arm as well because I thought he and Silla, especially those two guys that play some 4 and some 5 for us, I thought they were terrific. Their numbers won't show it, but you look at their board coverage. one had, I think CJ had 8 rebounds. Silla had 7. That's huge. And at Big 12 play, being able to rebound with these teams that we're playing is very, very important. And guys like that make it happen.
A stat that's been a roller coaster for you guys this season was free throw shooting percentage. You guys went 15 for 19 tonight after attacking the paint a lot and getting to the line. What does it do for your offense when you guys are getting baskets like that?
Well, I think what it does is it really settles us down, and we're keeping true to our identity. That's our identity, and it's been our identity most of the year. Like I said, we kind of got away from that. Like, we kind of got lost. Like, who are we? I think really good teams and programs, you know who you are. And I thought we got lost a little bit in that understanding, like, hey, we're a team that have really good balance, we have really good depth, and we need to play off of that. And we played off of it. Balance meaning, not just perimeter play, not just inside play. We have to balance that. And then we got to make sure that we utilize our depth, which we did. You look at the numbers, the minutes the guys played, they were down from what they had been, consistently over the last, 4 or 5 games. I think that helps us.
Texas Tech tried to get your post defenders out on the perimeter. CJ had some good plays guarding the perimeter. What's it like to know that your post players can go out there and defend?
We're very confident in our post players that they can guard on the perimeter. CJ can guard. Actually, CJ's probably, and maybe Silla. Those two guys are guys that can guard 1 through 5. They're big enough and athletic enough around the basket to guard a 5-man if need be. And they can go out and guard perimeter guys. And so they really help us because we need their versatility the way we play on the defensive end. And they actually clean up a lot of things defensively for us because they're involved in some actions that they're capable of guarding, different guards, whether it's point guards or bigs. So, no, those guys are hugely important for what we do.
T.I. was here tonight. It feels like now every game there's at least one celebrity in the crowd, like Robert Griffin III, Scott Van Pelt, so on. What does it mean to know that this team is now starting to attract these big names that come out and watch the game?
Well, again, to me, there's not many places that are more entertainment capital than us. I think we're one of the biggest attractions, one of the biggest attractions around the world and definitely in our country. And so, it's great to see people coming out and rallying around, what we're doing. I think they realize the atmospheres are electric, and people want to be a part of that. They want to share in that experience. And so I think it's great. I think it's great for our community, great for our area, and it's great for our, our campus.
How about Omar Payne, some of the individual effort plays he made? It looked like Akeem Olajuwon on a couple of their shots.
A couple of them, I thought he did too. His footwork was really good. He was confident. I thought he played with a lot of confidence. He knew we were going down to him, so he didn't have to wonder, if he's going to get touches. And you know what? He produced. He was able to, with the touches, produce, plays for us, shots. And when he didn't have shots, I thought he threw the ball out real well. It was effortless and got us an open shot. One of the biggest plays, I think he threw it back out to DJ for a 3. So not only did he score, he also was a good facilitator from that position.
You guys started off in a full court press, high tempo offense. Well, you didn't jump out to a lead. You stayed there with Texas Tech and were able to jump out to the lead in the second half. Starting off slow has been a consistent theme for this team this season. What does it mean to stick with the team and then able to bounce off of that?
Well, it's very important. The one thing that and everyone knows in this league, every team is a really good basketball team. So you're not going to really, just, a lot of cases just run away from the team right away. That's very difficult. If you do, you were very fortunate. Maybe the team missed some shots and you were able to build a lead. So for us, being in a game like this pretty much is how we would like to play. We would like to, get after it. We want to play in 94 feet. As you know, we press, we run. We want an up-tempo game. And I thought tonight we were able to get into that game right from the start. We didn't warm our way into it. I thought in some previous games we warmed our way into it. That's not who we've been all year. We've been a team that right away, this is who we are, and we're going to try to play our style of play. And tonight we were able to do that.
It's always no nights off in the Big 12.
No.
You go to Oklahoma State, you could say they've been struggling, but heck, they just beat BYU and Cincinnati in recent days. They lost a really close game to Oklahoma today, but they look like they're playing a lot better. What's the challenge of going out to Stillwater and playing one of these Big 12 road games next week?
Another good team. They're a good basketball team in a tough conference. And so, I haven't had a chance to see them, but I know they're talented. I look at some of the box scores that I've seen, especially recently. They're scoring the ball really, really well, which means they've got a really good offense, high-octane offensive team. But like I said, I hadn't really seen them and study them. I just know they're going to be good, like all the teams in this league. I think the arena that we're going to play in is going to be another electric arena like ours has been. And so those are things I expect in Big 12 basketball.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
All right,
Congratulations.
guys, enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.